Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. So, you guys are on the road. You've avoided the law so far.
We're off the road at this point, right? We're
Well,
like
yeah, you're
plane
on the road metaphorically.
on the lam.
Yes. And you are headed southward. So, is there anything the party, not Hroon, is trying to do right now or wants to do right now?
So, I think Dar is very curious as to how much gold is actually they stole. Now that, he's like, okay, they're paying us like 500 gold, and
If they literally have 4,000 gold, there is a sizable chest or several sacks of gold in there.
There are two big, heavy saddlebags hanging off the donkey.
Yeah, with awkward bulges in the shapes of coins, or at least awkward bulges that could be something hard like a coin.
Yeah,
yes,
so,
awkward, hard bulges.
Yeah.
I think at one
Business
point,
as usual for Shenanigans.
I think at one point, since Dar is mounted, and I think he'll be kind of like going, riding ahead, riding behind, just kind of.
How fast is a camel?
Riding horse speed, I think. Let me see if I can.
I think it's weird. I think it's like 18 or 21 or something. It's still.
Yeah, I think it's 21, fast. But it might be 18.
Okay, all right.
I know that it's like, I think it was like better in every way than a riding horse.
Yeah, camels are OP.
Yeah, movement 21.
Yeah, so not as good as not as fast as a riding horse, but faster than most horses.
But they have higher
war horses. Yeah.
Yeah.
The ultimate
I'm
compromise.
trying to pick the brains of Richie and our other guy. I don't remember if I've gotten his name.
Yeah. So while I'm doing one of those forays, I assume my gnomish companion is still on the back.
So
and I want to float the idea of, now that we're away from everyone, is it not just to get rid of these?
Oh wait, hold on.
And acquire the gold.
Can I cast Cure Light Wounds on Richie on his hand, or even a Cure?
Yes,
I
but
can
hold on. Yes, we can. But let's do the Dar Fluter.
Mm-hmm.
Fluter.
Dar Fluter interaction first.
the Dar Fluter interaction. That could be like some physical, like some scientific phenomena. The Dar Fluter interaction.
Yeah.
I learned about that in chemistry class.
Is it not just to take their money? I think it is a must.
Quite so. I'm glad we are on the same page. We shall have to bring it up with our good brother, but otherwise I think that it's the only correct course of action to take down these criminals and then, of course, spend this gold wisely.
I like the way your mind is at, or I like the place your mind is at. I think we need to find a good space to plot. And I look at myself and shake my head. I'm a bad gnome. And he knows it.
Can I have some kind of interaction with Richie?
Sure.
I don't know if that'll be I mean, I have healing spells at my disposal, but I'm not just gonna like throw them around. So what sort of, I don't know, if I go to ask to look at his hand or inspect it?
Yeah,
I mean, I would also like it to be known that I've
holds it up to you.
Okay, yeah.
And undoes the bandage, and there's a hole like all the way through his hand, and he like parts the flesh and kind of looks through it a little bit. It's pretty bad.
What sort of impression do I get from Richie? Does he give me the creeps?
Yeah.
I'm a beautiful woman, right? Continual light floweth from my bosom. Is he leering at Morton?
No.
He's not admiring my breasts.
He's leering at the gnome a lot.
Okay.
Uncomfortable leering at the gnome.
All right. I will. Can I? I mean, do you want me to roll? I'll roll healing proficiency, or I don't know what's appropriate.
First off, how do you tell him you're going to heal him?
I mean, he shows me his hand, and I start looking at it. Can you tell me? Like, can I roll a healing check to see like what kind of, is this a repair injury type situation? Is it
no? This would be a cure.
And wounded, or is it just like he's down HP?
He's down HP.
So I just like dress the wound as we walk, or as we're traveling, or maybe while we made camp. Like we've been on the road for a couple of days. Yeah. At some point, I'll like say, I mean, he unwraps it, and I'm like, oh God, that's horrible. Let me see. And I like pull out bottle of whiskey and clean it off and rebandage and.
Well, so while you're rebandaging and looking at this, he says, "So, what's the deal with Flirty?"
I believe it's Fluter. And deal? Why? I mean, I know that gnomes view life a little differently than us, but I wouldn't say she has a deal about her. Wait, him? Is Fluter? What? I can't. You can never tell with these gnomes.
He keeps looking at me. When we were camping,
at this point I look over to Fluter to see what he's doing.
He's talking with Dar.
Fluter's actually scratching his head, trying to figure out a rhyme to at, and despite his 18 int, is coming up very short.
You have 18 int?
I have 17, but I'm a gnome, so I get 18.
Holy shit. Gnomes have +1 int? So
Yes,
they can
they
have 19 int.
Yes, they do.
Dang.
But you got to be an illusionist.
Yes, you have to be an illusionist.
When we were camped the other night, he passed by my bed and stroked my head on the way back to his.
I doubt that happened, Richie. But
Are you calling me a liar?
No, of course not.
Are you calling me a liar? Look, it happened. He starts to get a little bit loud and agitated. What? He did it. You don't believe me, do you?
Mice. Calm down. So I'll cast like an orison to assuage him, calm him. I think there's a calm.
Oh crap! Is
like,
this just a dog?
so I'm like praying.
Shit. Yeah, they're gonna need me.
Okay. So I try to calm down Richie. I add her a prayer to Martha, the mother, to watch over him and yada yada. Does he allow me to administer
Yeah, he does.
Healing?
Go ahead and roll your healing for him.
Well, it's an old wound, so the healing proficiency doesn't do anything.
But cure light wounds.
Yeah, or do I give him a good berry, or I just cast orisons until it's fixed?
Right. You heal up his hand.
How many HP down was he?
He was down 4.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I pat him on the back. I don't know. I got no advice. I should look up lines from dusk till dawn.
Anyway, you guys continue to ride for a little bit while longer. When you see up ahead, there's a small camp. There's a tent set up, and there's a little bit of a fire going, and it looks like there's 4 or 5 people around it. But before we hop into that, let's switch back to Hrun. Hrun, you've been tracking these people, following them from a good distance, but now that you're in the Alardian Crest, it's kind of open, flat plains. How do you continue to track these people without being seen when your cover disappears?
Huh. Is there tall grass or?
Not that tall. It's a big open expanse.
All right. Well, they're following the road. They haven't done anything off the road, right?
The road has disappeared. If we look at the map and roll 20, they're off the road and just in this open grasslands heading south.
So there's no road. So I was thinking I could follow at night using, the fact that I'm an orc. But are they leaving enough of a trail through the grass, speeding through with the donkey and everything? Would I be able to follow their trail?
Do you have a tracking proficiency?
Well, no, but I'm figuring if you're like plowing down tall grasses, that's a little easier to follow.
I don't think we have a wagon though.
Like following somebody through the snow.
No, you're following a donkey, a camel, and a couple of dudes.
Yeah, so there are some tracks, but there are also other tracks crossing the grasses. It would be difficult to tell them apart from any of the other adventuring parties or traveling parties that have gone this way or that.
So roll a tracking check at -11 to follow us. Don't get hopelessly lost. Welcome to D&D. No.
Nobody can track but rangers.
I think
you do know you're going south. You do know our destination, so I don't know if
you guys
it's an open plain. Like occasionally you'll catch a glimpse of us from a hill or whatever. and maybe like you lose track and be like, oh shit, they got way ahead, or
Well, hold on. Let him. We can solve it on his own.
yeah.
All right. Well, I was figuring they stop and make fires. They made a fire last night, right?
Right.
All right. It's an open plain. I can see them from a long ways off. So I will decide to camp during this day. And then late afternoon, when they're probably pretty far ahead of me, I'll start out. Since I know where they're going, we're in this Tempian range. We're trying to get to... Is that little wagon us?
Yeah, but you guys are trying to get south to Stoneport.
Where are you taking us?
So I know the way to Stoneport. I know they've got this wagon. I know which way they're going. So I'll take the chance that I can camp out till late afternoon and then start following and continue following through the night and be able to see a fire from a long ways away over the plain, or maybe even see them. If the whole point was they would be able to see me, once I've been walking for a while, I can see them maybe, especially if they had a campfire.
Sure. All right, but that means you're a good distance from them. So if they're getting into a battle, you wouldn't really be able to assist.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So that means following them is not super useful for protecting them.
What's the weather like?
Well, I was figuring more if they got captured and dragged back by those horsemen, that I would rescue them in the night.
All right.
Neil, what's the weather been like?
It's
What's the weather like
clear
today?
Blue skies and gentle breezes.
I don't have a weather sense or anything, but how does it feel on the, like, are there any storms on the horizon? Or
No, it's like late spring. It's pleasant out. Are you looking for an excuse to call lightning?
No, of course not. I just making small talk, admiring the weather.
All right. Anyway, so the rest of the party, the three of you, come across this encampment. It's a tent set up, a little campfire set up, and what looks to be 4 people sitting around the fire. Well, the fire's gone at this point, but they're sitting
What
around
time of
the
day is it?
It's noon, little afternoon.
And they're just
How are
like,
they dressed?
They have leather armor on, all of them, with short swords lying on the ground near them.
so, okay. So Morton continues walking, and I'll walk right into the camp if that's where we want to start.
Yeah, I think Gar will call out, ho, the camp.
Like, what do Richie and Seth do?
Seth is currently berating Richie for something, and they're walking behind the camel while Seth yells at him for doing something. So you guys are the first ones to see this.
Okay.
So Dar, what do you yell out?
Ho, the camp.
They get up and look towards you. One of them yells, "Ho there!" I guess the party continues.
Yeah.
Morton, did you have something you wanted to say?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, I wasn't going to be yeah, I guess. Sure. I guess we just walk through and past the camp. Like, nothing sounded out of the ordinary.
No,
right?
there's nothing too out of the ordinary. You guys start approaching and walking past them. Seth and Richie kind of shut up as you guys nearby, but the men in camp go, "Whoa there, travelers! What, not stopping to say hello? Not stopping to share a drink and a meal? How rude!" Jexel would have your heart for that. Seth, at the mention of drink, peeks up and goes, "Ah, yeah, we'll stop and share a drink for a moment, right, boys?"
Sure.
And my food is always to share.
I bet it is.
Care
big
for a
one.
berry, and I like pull out the most delicious, plump-looking blackberry he's ever seen.
Don't mind if I do.
And
That's quite filling. Oh, you even brought a musician with you. Play us a song,
so
little
I guess if no one opposes, I guess we take our lunch break here.
Yeah.
one.
I begin playing my harp and singing
All
with
right.
no proficiency.
Let's do it again.
As soon as it says play us a song, I don't need any excuse. I get really excited. I pull out my harp and I just start singing and dancing, and it's horrible, I'm sure.
It doesn't.
Roll that natural 20 or natural 1.
All right.
On Fluter.
Nope.
No.
Oh yeah.
No trade.
We all just.
This is a natural
Yeah.
Best bard ever. So they come over and pull out a wineskin, and they hand it directly to Morton. And one of them goes, "What's in the bags? This donkey looks pretty laden down." And Seth steps in front of it and goes, "None of your business. But we'll take that wine and we'll take your food."
Wait, what is someone? I don't know what's happening.
The encamped people are questioning about the donkey.
Yeah, it's like. Sounds like they're just being nosy. I don't know.
They're just being nosy.
Hmm.
So as they share their food and drink with you, one of them comes over.
But I share good berries as desired.
As they share the drink and food with you guys, one of them comes over and gets up close to the donkey and starts to open the saddlebags.
Excuse me. I guess I'll point this out to anyone that didn't notice, but I don't know that I'll.
Seth and Richie turn to see what you're pointing out as the guy actually opens the bag all the way and pokes his head in and goes, "Sweet Martha's bosom!"
Eyes up here, boy. This is the real gold you want to see.
Seth immediately draws his short sword and leaps to attack the poor man unprovoked.
I cast a spell, initiative, or maybe roll a surprise for me.
No, I don't think there's too much of a surprise there.
It's a surprise against me to see if I can stop this before it happens.
Why don't we roll initiative before we hop into combat?
Yeah, combat.
Or maybe not combat, depending on how this initiative order goes.
Yes. So everyone, there's 3 factions here. Someone roll a d10 for the party. I'll roll a d10 for each other.
Okay, so I guess if we're not using weapon speed 5, I roll a 5.
Okay. Seth and Richie go first. Seth leaps to the attack with his short sword. Natural 20. Wow. That's a critical hit there.
Wait, so he beat a 5? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he rolled a 2. He stabs the man in leather armor, and the short sword just runs right through him, who collapses. Richie is a little taken aback by this, but then the party goes before the other brigands.
All right, well, my hold person goes off, and I stop both Richie and the guy who are fighting. They're both held. They get saving throws at -2.
Richie fails. The other guy's dead.
He's dead. Okay, so then I'll freeze his companion if he's actually dead and untargetable by the hold person.
Yeah. What you'll
Within 20
freeze
feet,
Richie or one of the other?
I get 2 targets.
Right. So you get Seth, and who's the other target?
The other, we didn't get his name. The other camp.
There were 4 of those guys, so you target.
There are 4. Oh, jeez.
All right, so you hit 2 of them.
And then I'll rush up and start tending to the guy that Richie just stabbed, but I'll deal with that next round.
Fluter,
Party?
what are you doing?
Alrighty, so there were 4 guys. 2 of them are held. 1 of them is dead. So
One of them is held. 1 of them is dead, and Seth is held.
Oh, and Seth is held.
No. Richie is held.
Seth was the one that attacked.
Oh, Seth is okay. Then Seth is held.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I guess it's time to throw some pocket sand in the air and try to blind some dudes.
You got a color spray?
I do.
All right, who are you targeting?
I'm gonna try to target the 2 brigands. 2 men in leather armor that I'm assuming
cool.
are brigand.
You roll a d6, I think, for color spray?
I do.
Let's see it.
Oh, I rolled that in the wrong chat. That's why I thrown it here. There you go.
Well, color spray OP.
Everybody falls unconscious.
Yeah.
The men collapse into the ground in a pile of dust. Dar?
I am going to have my weapon ready, and if anyone tries to attack any of my group of 3 party members, I'm going to attack them.
There's nothing. They just
I don't think there's anyone left. I think I'm
Yeah.
holding my weapon. But
Richie, at the end of the round, his surprise kind of wearing off, looks about and goes, Seth! Seth! And then he turns to Morton. What'd you do to him?
I'm like right in the thick of right next to him and like the dead guy cradled in my arms. I give Richie a glance, an attempted sympathetic glance, like calm down, but we'll see.
Roll
next round, or
someone in the party roll initiative, please.
someone else can roll it if they want.
Someone else? Anyone else?
I guess
I'll do it. There's a 3.
You go first, party.
How bad is this guy? Like dead? Like,
No,
like
he's
a-
in the negatives.
Okay, I'll roll a healing check to stabilize, and if I pass, I actually do heal him.
Right.
Some HP.
You heal D3.
I guess
that
I
is a
will take
pass.
some rope.
Roll me a D3 one.
1 point of HP, but he's stabilized and unconscious.
Dar, what were you saying? Rope?
I'm going to take some rope and try to tie up the 3 other bandits or whatever they are.
The held and unconscious guys? Okay.
Yeah. And I think as I have rope proficiencies and
Well,
they're
hold on.
unconscious-
Why? Slow down there. I mean, you can obviously tie it if you disagree. I mean, it's your action to take.
Yeah,
but-
so you're
Like, why
in
are
the
you
middle
tying them up?
you're mending a person while he's tying up the people. And
Yeah.
Fluter, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk over to Richie and try to calm him down as well. You know, all he did was make him stand still, so no more blood would be spilled.
What?
I'm just calming down Richie.
Seth? What do you mean you just made him stand still? Seth isn't moving. Is he alive?
Oh yes, alive he will be. We just have to wait for 5 seconds, maybe 3.
Well,
Looking up now how long it is.
did you... Okay. By the way, did you mean what you said earlier?
I always mean what I say.
Like,
It's if you don't, I often find you pay.
did you
Okay.
want me to do what you asked me to earlier? Because I would be happy to do that for you.
Yes, I would love you to tell me a story. I want to write it down in all of its glory.
No, not that. The other thing. Last night. When it was your watch.
Are you sick in the head, boy? I feel like
Okay, so I guess I can end hold person at will. So I'll have a talk to Seth, who can't respond, and be like, "Now, Seth, if I let you go, will you put that sword away and promise not to stab anyone again?" And I stare at his unresponsive face, and end the spell.
Okay. Richie says to Fluter, "No, but you know what you were saying last night."
So Seth is unfrozen. Can he interrupt?
Hold on. We're
Creepiness?
no, you.
It's in the script. It's in the script.
Not yet.
I can't say I remember at all. Perhaps you could tell us all?
You were asking me to massage your feet. I'd be happy to do that for you.
My feet are a bit sore, and I guess dealing with these men will be a bit of a bore, and I kick off my boots and just present them.
He
Richie, come. What's...
he like lifts you up bridal carry
gotta get out of
style
here.
and
This guy's-
starts making his way to the tent with you.
Oh shit!
Hold on. There's like a bunch of hogtied dudes and
Yeah, Dar's in the middle of tying these people up. You're berating
Just
Seth.
stop. I want my whole person spell back to hold the party. Stop the shenanigans. Okay, but sure. Does what we just? Oh God, I don't even know what's going on.
So
Morton.
Seth comes out of his hold person and comes up to Morton and tries to shove him. But you weigh a lot, don't you, Mr. Morton?
I weigh 400 pounds.
All right, and he rolls a natural 1 on his strength check. So if he comes up to shove you,
He needs to
and
roll
like,
a hit first. And actually, I don't have my. Okay.
Well, the roll with hit's fine.
calm down, or I'll.
Don't you ever cast a spell on me again. What the hell do you think you're doing? I ought to gut you where you stand.
And tell him to shut up, at least for a minute.
I don't think he takes well to you telling him to shut up.
So roll a saving throw as a spell.
Wait, what did you cast on him?
Command.
I think that's actually a pass. I think
He rolls like an 8. It's probably like an 18.
Yeah.
Morgan's gonna do my work for me.
I think he.
And so did Richie and the
stops.
gnome disappear to a tent? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Greg, did you consent to said?
I don't think I consented to being dragged off in a tent, but I think he picked me up, and I don't have anything to do about that unless I want to stab him.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
you
can.
dragged off with that. Never mind.
No.
He literally said I was picked up, so I think that I have a very worried. Now don't cheat, just the feet.
So,
Being dragged off.
I guess I'm just operating. I mean, I told Rich, even if my magic doesn't work, I still told him to shut up, and he'll probably shut up. I'm like, Richie, put the gnome down, and I'll rush over there to
He snaps away from this interaction with you and goes, Richie! And runs after into the tent, where Richie is like currently grabbing your toes and bringing them uncomfortably close to his mouth. He comes in and starts yelling at Richie, who stops and turns back to him and goes, but he asked me to, Seth. Seth grabs Richie by the collar and begins to drag him
Is
out
this
of the
true,
tent.
Fluter? Did you ask him to?
Not that I can remember. I'm so lost I can't even rhyme. I'm very freaked out.
Seth, you need to get your brother under control.
Don't you tell me what to do,
Oh.
religious man. Ugh. Alright, well, thanks for tying them up there, Dar. This one's... Oh, wait, did you end the hold person command on the other guy as well?
I didn't. I don't know if Dar tried to tie him up.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that I.
Okay, you tied all three of them up.
Yep.
Alright.
Can you move a hold person, or are they like held rigidly?
They are held, but you can move them.
Maybe
Their
even
muscles are
easier.
frozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Seth walks over with his sword in hand. He goes, well, looks like these guys are out cold.
One of them is still held, eyes wide.
He proceeds, if no one does anything, to just start running them through with his sword.
No, I stopped.
No, Dar will kind of stop that as well. If he looks like he's about to stab Dar,
If he draws the sword, I will.
The sword's already in hand.
Wait. So he hasn't sheathed his sword.
No, not since he ran the first guy through.
I hit him over the back of the head with a cudgel. This is what I told him to put his sword away, and he still.
He went to drag off Richie instead.
So he dragged off his brother with a sword in his hand?
Yeah, one collar on the guy's Richie.
Yeah, so I guess I'm shouting, put the sword away, put the sword away. And
if he doesn't, you're gonna attack him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Is anyone else in the
What is-
party gonna
is he
say or do
falling?
anything?
Does he
my
sheathe
God.
his sword when we say no, stop, don't? I mean,
He doesn't
I'm
continue
surprised
attacking.
that
He stops
What?
and goes. He
Okay.
does not continue the attack when you ask him to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
And it doesn't need to put
Yeah.
the sword away. No one needs to die.
Look at these people. They're brigands. They're thieves. They're murderers. They're cutthroats. They should be put down.
Seth, you stabbed him.
They were friendly travelers.
Friendly travelers, my ass. Friendly travelers don't walk around wearing leather armor.
Come on, we're hitting the road.
No. I want to question these guys. When do they wake up?
We're hitting the road.
I hired you.
Pardon?
I give the orders around here.
I don't think we can leave
You ain't-
until they wake up and we settle this, because otherwise I don't want to get stabbed in my sleep.
Hold on.
Fine then. He wipes his sword off and sheathes it.
I think we need to have a civil conversation between these two parties.
Well, Richie,
You mean-
burn their tent. Let that teach them a lesson.
There's. Come on, we need to. Aren't you guys trying to get out of here?
Yeah, hold on, but there's always time to burn someone's tent.
No.
Richie gets work on creating a fire to burn the tent.
No! Oh my god.
When they turn their back to us to start burning the tent, I want to look at Dar and just be like, perhaps this is our chance. Maybe we should refinance?
I think Dar he had his weapon ready. I think at this point, Dar gives a nod and stabs Seth in the back.
All right,
Okay.
yes, and then I throw daggers at Richie until he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to. Okay. All
I
right.
think you guys get surprise on them and Morton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about untying the prisoners. That's why I was surprised to see
All
turn.
right, so Dar, why don't you go first? Make your back
Okay.
attack against Seth.
Okay.
+2 for back attack, +1 for surprise.
Okay, and I haven't attacked since I leveled up last time, so I'm now level 2. Does that change anything or not yet?
Level 2 fighter?
Yeah.
Yes, +1 to hit.
Okay, so +4 total?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Holy
god.
shit. What kind of weapon do you have?
I have a trident.
Holy, is that like 2d12 damage? Or wait, like
It's D8 plus 1 damage.
so,
So,
double that.
triple
Oh, no,
that.
triple
Yeah.
that.
Triple that. 3d8 +3. There's a slim chance he might survive.
Trident only does d8.
Yeah.
+1.
Harpoon actually does better damage, but
Oh my god. Alright.
Which one was
You skewer Richie in Seth in the back, and he crumples into a small pile while Fluter.
I roll 17 to hit with my dagger.
Hit.
You're a thief. You get back attack. You get backstab. damage.
We can't backstab with a thrown weapon.
Oh. Yes, you can. I think you can. Let me. I'm gonna.
I think we've re-examined it more closely.
You and
recently.
I have talked about it on Hardcore Heroes and decided that was a
Yeah,
no-go.
I think it's.
well, that was with a bow though, right? So like a bow is like farther. I'd say like if you're in range to like a thrown weapon, you might be able to be more precise. I don't know.
Yeah, I think anytime you're throwing a weapon, you're less precise than stabbing with it. So roll me a damage for that, and then get your second dagger attack.
So 1 damage. And then a 14 to hit him
That's a hit.
for 3 more damage.
Okay, he still lives because he got his hand healed earlier today. So let's roll initiative because Richie is alive and angry.
Alright.
Initiative D10. Actually, let's do. There's so few of us, we can do actual individual initiative. So roll a D10 plus your weapon speed or casting time or whatever.
Okay. 7.
Well, let's see.
5. For
My 7 right here. Ooh.
All right, so Richie goes first. Short sword in hand, he leaps at the gnome. You traitorous bastard! He yells. Does a 10 hit you?
No, it does not.
High dex?
High dex.
Oh, he makes a stab and misses. Who rolled the 7? I think that's you.
I did, yes.
Fluter.
I take the longsword off my back in 2 hands. No, that's not what I rolled. I rolled throwing daggers. I don't do that. I throw daggers at him, or I stab him with my dagger since he's in close range now.
Give it the roll. Hit.
12 to hit.
Hit.
Alrighty. 1 more point of damage.
Still alive. Dar and Morton, simultaneous actions.
Dar is going to try to stab this guy.
Yeah, I think.
I don't get the plus. I
No,
only
but
get
that's a
plus
hit. He only had 10 AC.
Okay. Four damage.
All right, he goes down in a pile of blood. Morton.
I mean, I pull out my club, but I don't hit anything. I
Nope.
just like, hold it aloft as if I'm helping defuse the situation by. Yeah. I think that's it, right?
That's it.
We're surrounded by bodies and
Unconscious tied up people.
yeah. I think
Good riddance to those awful men. It's
Yes.
about time we put them down like hens.
From
I
a
guess
hilltop, from a hilltop a mile and a half away, Hrun stands, looking, shading his eyes against the sun.
he probably sees some smoke starting to rise. Richie did try to start a fire, but get interrupted.
He got interrupted. Let's see if he managed
Did
to
it
actually
actually-
get the fire started. Ooh, he did. In the confusion of the battle, the tent has gone up in flames.
Well, I guess we're having a funeral after all, and I start performing last rites. Just going down the list from like most likely to die to least. So Seth is fucked, right? He's got to try.
I think the trident actually
That's
just,
true.
like, he has a gaping hole in his like.
Or like it ribbon. Yeah.
Like I think I pierced his heart, and it was on the end of my trident.
Yeah.
He like removed his rib cage. Got
Yeah.
stuck on the barbs of the trident. I assume someone loots the. What just happened? Murder hobos extraordinaire. I do whatever I need to do to beg for Martha's forgiveness for the part that I played in this. Someone loads up, or do we just take the donkey?
Yeah.
I think we just take the donkey.
Yeah.
What's the duration of color spray?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna find out. 'Cause I'm assuming
2d4 rounds.
1d4
But they're
rounds.
tied up, so that they're now conscious and.
Yeah, they should be conscious, but they're tied up.
Yeah, and the tent's on fire, and there's bodies kind of around. So I don't know what they're up to.
So the people that had been tied up, who had been color sprayed, are now awake. And one of them goes, "What? What? Our tent? Oh! The other people! Oh my God, Johnny! Johnny, are you
He
alive?"
looks over in like the background of his vision, and I'm like standing over Richie's corpse, like sending him off.
What happened? What happened?
From way back where I am, can I tell that this is more than just a cook fire, or is this just?
I think you can see some like the glints of sunlight across blades, and then some like red streaks in the air. Maybe. I think you can tell that violence has been done and blood has been shed.
Oh my God! I knew this was gonna go bad. All right, so I start.
When they ask what happened, I turn around and tell them, it turns out there was great evil in our companions. It forced us to turn to the work of assassins.
Assassins? No. These were brigands on the run from the law. We were just doing
Our civic duty.
the Lord's work.
Well, why are we tied up then?
Just because he attacked one of your men, and we wanted to make sure that this could be resolved peacefully. And
Peacefully?
Yes.
They're
peacefully.
dead. You killed them.
Who's
Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but this doesn't seem like a very peaceful resolution. Could we be untied, please?
Yes, in a moment.
I start to untie. I don't know why they're tied up in the first place. Actually, I feel like a whole person in a color spray is in it. These are just like poor travelers. Maybe they are brigands, and they just got murder hoboed back. But in any case, I think we've scared the shit out of them enough that they will likely leave us alone. So I start untying.
Yeah. I'm assuming the hold person was that also.
That lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that'll be wearing off soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
as they get
And then there's
untied.
one of them is unconscious, but we like leave them with that.
Yeah. Well, they check on their unconscious buddy. Thank you for stabilizing him. And ask. We'll say
I bring him back to consciousness one way or another. How many HP is he down?
he's
like,
at 0
is it-
exactly.
Okay, so I'll bring him back to consciousness with an orison, and
Well, thank
I
you guys
guess-
so much
and
for.
I guess we what is it called when police seize assets? Asset forfeiture.
Yeah.
I don't know. We
Illegal?
take
Repo.
No.
we take custody of the
confiscation.
donkey.
Yeah, confiscation. So you take their gear.
Oh, not that. Wait, no. What? We just take the donkey with the gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay, hold on. Before you walk off with the donkey, they want to talk to you. They're trying to communicate.
That's not how this works. Communication is a two-way street, and if my lane's closed,
There are two other people
what are
in
they
your party,
communicating?
though.
yeah.
I think Dar would be open to conversation.
Yeah,
I'm always open to listening for more stories, potentially, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So what's going on? What was in the bag that caused all the battle?
These were thieves. We are returning their stolen, ill-gotten gains.
Oh, wow. Well, it's good, very good of you to do that. It's very, do you think that we might be able to get some blood money for our pain and suffering here?
No.
The money is not ours to give.
Oh.
You can have whatever is on their person, though.
I nod approvingly.
Well, it's dangerous living out here where, we carry these weapons and arms just to get from place to place, but now our tent's gone with all of our
Don't you
supplies.
see, my son? Carrying these weapons brought trouble to you. You're better off sheathing the blade for good.
Maybe.
What does bring you out here? Why do you live this far from?
Well,
anywhere?
we're on our way from Reckel to Berkshire.
Yeah, what's Berkshire?
That's a town over near the pocket, north of the swamp.
Yes, that's actually where
The only town we're
we're
speaking
heading.
of in that area is Dead End Sausageville, East Westerton.
No. Didn't you
We'd be
hear that
happy
was
to
actually a ploy by monsters in disguise?
We are actually on our way to Berkshire. If you would like accompaniment.
Where's Berkshire?
Yeah, I would love some. That'd be great. I think. We know this great little. Well, it's not much. It's an inn out in the Alardian Crest near the forest. We're actually planning on stopping there. They've got really soft beds and great drinks. It's He looks at Morton. It might not be the sort of place for a priest, though. It's a little rough around the edges.
Excuse me? Sounds positively sinful. What better place for a priest?
Well then, why don't we lead the way? And I think probably this is the point where Hrun is arriving.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
at
I
least
got
showing up
endurance, I can
on the
go pretty
horizon, like
fast.
coming close. And they stop. The three guys stop and go, "Crap! Is that an orc? Oh God!"
Fear not, noble citizen. I will tame this beast's heart. Hail, orc!
Okay, I come up and see the dead bodies and injuries and like I knew this was going to turn into a shit show.
I've arranged the bodies somewhat respectfully. They're at least lying north to south or whatever with stones upon their eyes. A coin. I would put gold coin. Is that a tradition? It is now.
Gold is a little expensive for these brigands.
Okay, copper.
Copper.
Copper coins on the eyes.
Yeah,
But Martha's holy medal, isn't her symbol golden rings?
it is.
I feel-
Yeah. So maybe you would do gold if you really want to
Yeah.
waste gold on the Gecko brothers.
Yeah.
No, I polish up the copper real good.
What happened? They attacked you?
They attacked these innocent travelers, and we just couldn't stand for that.
I knew that was going to go bad. Well, it looks like you took care
That
of it on
went
your own.
perfectly. We tracked the what were their names?
The Gecko brothers.
Gecko Brothers.
Where is there a gecko sigil somewhere?
I don't know.
We tracked the Gecko brothers through the plains for days before apprehending them. It was a shame that we couldn't find where they stashed the money.
Yeah.
That guy died. He dashed the money.
All right, so we travel north, reunited with Haroon. Is that?
I don't know. Hrun, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I'll escort you back.
All right. It sounds like we
That's the
need
money.
to stop in a. in an inn on the border, or like it'll be getting dark.
Yeah.
It's just more than a
It's
day.
getting dark. Maybe we should go to some sort of
We know a great little
way
place to stop.
station that turns out to be infested.
Shush. By the way, Ryan S. Can you lean the other way?
No.
You're entirely out of the camera.
Sorry. I have a new setup now, so I used to sit facing the other way, but with my new monitors.
Right. It's just you're like entirely out of frame.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
There we go.
What's the weather like as we're traveling north, reaching the end of the day?
Beautiful, sunny skies, not a cloud in.
There's not some thunderheads looming over the Great Horn.
Maybe far to the north, but they're not here yet. You really want to call some lightning, don't you?
Yeah.
No, of course not. Of course not. I'm just keeping an eye on the road conditions. We're still traveling.
So Neil, before we head to this inn, I just want to mention that for the last several months, Dar has just been growing garlic, and he's just been eating this garlic nonstop.
Really?
Randomly.
I think Morton turned him onto this.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really.
It's how he can. It's how he drinks so much. It's
Yeah,
super
as a
healthy.
half elf,
The garlic and.
Yeah.
Really?
I literally started the session by eating a clove of garlic, though. I will have that
Yeah,
be.
but with
Yeah.
a lot of metagaming in that. Where are we? Okay. Anyway, these four companions lead you guys to this roadside. It's not even roadside. This inn, kind of out on the border between the Ilardian Crest and the forest. It is this huge wooden building with like large kind of flames coming off the tops. It looks like they must use a ton of oil just to keep these fires burning off the pillars of this massive inn. And out front there is a crier who is shouting and calling to everyone. And he says, "All right, girls, come on in, girl lovers. Here at the Twitty Tister, we're slashing girls in half. Give us an offer on our vast selection of girls. This is a girl blowout. All right, we got human girls, elven girls, orcish girls, halfling girls, gnomish girls. We got hot girls, cold girls, wet girls, smelly girls, hairy girls, bloody girls. We've got snapping girls. We got silk girls, velvet girls, naga hide girls. Hell, we even got dogs and horses, ponies, and chickens if you want it. Come on in. You want girls? Come on in, girl lovers. We don't got it. You don't want it. Come on in."
That's great. First, I need to go around the back
with horror.
myself, though.
And you can see, those of you that can read, there's a big sign hanging over the inn called
gross.
the Titty Twister.
That's fine. Before I go in, I just need.
Morton might fit right in around here.
I just need to go around to the back of the inn and relieve myself.
Oh, there's an outhouse wherever you want.
I'll just go around, behind the back of the inn.
Is there a logo up next to the sign for those that can't read? Considering most of these
Yes.
farmers can't read.
Yes.
Can you describe said logo?
It is a pair of fingers twisting a bolt.
A bolt.
Or a nut. Or some sort of cylindrical shaped object that would fit between fingers. Perhaps something else. Krun, you walk around back, and unfortunately, it's just a normal back to the inn.
Oh, it's not like the end.
No.
Really? There's not a
giant hole filled with... No. Not everyone knows what's going to happen next, just because you guys happen to have seen this movie before. There are some viewers out there that might not know what's going on. Spoiling it for them.
So, are there actually breasts, Baron? Or do I have to go inside for that?
Yes. You step inside, and it is a medieval brothel of unspeakable kind.
Yeah, Morton's face went from, like, abject horror at the objectification delivered by the crier to, I don't know, open-mouthed bewilderment as he staggers about this place.
Okay. This is the brothel to end all brothels. There are girls and boys of all kind dancing all over the place. And he was spot on. There are halflings. There are gnomes. There's a goblin. There's humans. There's an orc. There's some like weird mixed races going on. Unfortunately,
Elves?
I don't have proper. Yeah, there's an elf girl. We don't have brothel music, unfortunately.
Tabletop audio. Can we put in a request for brothel music?
Probably.
That would
I
actually
know,
be
that's
very
just-
useful.
Yeah. Quite a lot, actually.
Okay. Well,
I'm very
Nope.
fascinated by the prospect of a Naga-skinned girl. I go in search of this Naga-skinned girl.
You find her. She is wearing. It's a human girl that seems to have had a naga hide wrapped around her.
Oh.
Yeah.
like,
And she is doing a dance off in like a kind of semi-private booth area. You can see her through the curtains, but there's a guard on duty that says it's a gold to get in.
Oh no, I find her very much disappointing. I thought there would be a true Naga here. I don't think I'll be joining.
And I think Dar seeks out the elf girl because he has not seen an elf for quite some time.
There is indeed an elf.
And in Elvish, Dar will say, "How is it going this fine evening?" Dar is very socially awkward in this situation.
a pirate that doesn't know how to handle himself in a brothel.
Dar only spent time on the docks. He was in like on the ships. He didn't spend time.
See enough that he's quite skilled at handling himself.
Yes, he's very skilled at handling himself, but unaccustomed to others.
She replies by coming very close, probably uncomfortably close for Dar, and whispering slowly in your ear that she would love to speak to you more, but she can't unless you produce some gold.
Dar reaches in and he realizes he only has platinum on his person, so he pulls out a platinum.
She takes it and tucks it away in... You're not actually sure where, because she's not wearing a lot of clothes, but the coin disappears into a pocket on something. And then she takes you by your collar and drags you off to a private room. Morton and Fluter and Hrun, what are you doing?
I want to
I'm
go
in
find the barkeep.
Okay. I'm in like the main area of the bar. I'm not spending any money, but I'm freely worshiping upon all of the altars to the mother's bosom.
There's a lot of altars.
There's a lot of altars, so I'm making the round. And like as soon as I've been at one for too long, and they're expecting me to pay to keep watching the show, I like move on to another part of the. I assume it's like a big open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Origins worst.
No. Yeah, I couldn't give money for this sort of sin. And
Fluter, what are you doing?
I want to go up to the barkeep and say, I am a little bit of a bard. I don't want to be too much of a blowhard, but perhaps I could put on a show and entertain for the people in this barnyard. What do you say? Can I get on stage?
He looks you up and down.
is the gnome going to get a strip show? Is that what's about to happen?
Gnome fetish part 2.
The bartender pours a whiskey for himself, drinks it, leans over the counter, look down, says, "This here is a warrior's bar. You don't look like a warrior."
I don't look like a warrior? Why, what is the definition of one, you say? Perhaps it is I killed a man today?
Show me the blood on your blade.
Shots fired. Bloody blade produced.
Yes. Oh, yeah, yes. I'll go ahead and hand over. I'll show my dagger that did the deed.
He looks at it, takes it, hands it back. Sure. I'll put you in the lineup.
Excellent. I can't wait.
Hrun, what are you doing in the Titty Twister?
First thing, I'm going to go up to the bar and see if they have any Virgin bitter.
Yes, there are 2 orcs at the bar currently who are drinking
Excellent.
Virgin bitter.
Excellent. I order 2 mugs.
The bartender provides you with 2 mugs for
All right.
a silver each.
And I'll get started on them.
Okay.
I guess I'll turn around and enjoy the show here.
Okay. And I think that's where we're going to take our second break for the day. We'll see what happens at the brothel when we come back from the break. Bye-bye.
No idea what's coming up.
Yeah.